Hi everyone, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to the next week of the course. For this week, we're going to have the same type of setup with your assignment and discussion board. Some of the suggestions I might have for the discussion boards to really help you focus on doing better with your initial post is you need to make sure that you have an APA formatted in-text citation and reference. And that's really important because that'll help you support what you're bringing into your analysis. And a lot of people are missing that key component. So really focus on the APA formatting in your work. And to support your work with just a in-text citation and reference. And make sure to use your actual book for answering the questions, because a lot of people aren't really focused on the book as much, and they're not really focused on research with their work. So that really should be your focus this week, is that initial post. And I think if you can do that, I think you'll do well. Now for this week, we're going to look at the core of economics, which is looking at the level of GDP, overall price level, and the level of employment. So we're going to try to bring all three of those together and how they influence what's occurring in our economy. So when you look at it, we did various chapters in the book, but now we're going to try to connect all four of those chapters together and how they examine where the economy is moving. The key to this week is looking at aggregate expenditures. When you look at aggregate expenditures, you're looking at total spending in the economy, which is made up of consumers, government, and the business sector. And all of those sectors are making up how our economy is actually operating. Now you have two different things to focus on. We have aggregate output, which is total output produced in our economy, and then aggregate income, which is total income received by the people that produce the outputs. So whatever is being produced, there should be income being received. And that's logical. If I work at McDonald's and I build if I make a hamburger, I earn income from that. And that's what that's kind of focused on. So that's what I would like you to focus on with looking at aggregate expenditures, is how aggregate expenditures really relates and how you can connect aggregate expenditures. Now when you look at the word aggregate, you know that's total. Expenditures means spending. So you're looking at total spending in our economy. If you look at the Keynesian theory of consumption, Keynesian was very concerned about government spending and how it stimulates our economy. Keynesian was very concerned about that. He thought if we could get enough spending by the government, that could bring us into equilibrium. So for this week, you're going to be looking at a Keynesian cross. And what the Keynesian cross is going to look at is, where does our consumption equal our income? So basically this. Let's say I make $2,000 a week. I spend $2,000 a week. That's going to be the 45-degree angle on the Keynesian cross that you're going to be looking at. But you're going to be looking at the break-even point and then where our actual consumption is. Now, one of the challenges you're going to be finding with this is looking at two important terms that I think are really interesting to look at. MPC and MPS. It's called marginal propensity to save and marginal propensity to consume. So everyone's focused on where should we consume at? And there's only two things you can do with a dollar. You can either consume it or save it. That's really all you can do with a dollar. But people don't really understand that. When you look at MPC, what is my likelihood of what I'm going to do with an additional dollar I receive? In the US, it's about 0.95. So that means every additional dollar I receive, I'm going to spend 95 cents of it, and my MPS is going to be about 0.05, and I'm going to save 5 cents of it. That's what we're looking at with the MPC and the MPS. So when you put all these concepts together, we're looking at aggregate expenditure, how they influence the direction of our economy, and then the MPS, MPC, where's the connection point of that? So again, make sure to focus on this week, what we're looking at with the content. Another thing I want you to focus on as well is focusing on that in-text citation and reference for your support for your initial post. And I think if you can do all those, you're going to do well. If you have any questions, let me know. With your assignment as well, your research paper, make sure to find a concept that is more relevant to you and that it's more exciting for you to write about. I think that'll make it much easier. I look forward to your work this week. Take care.